Right, wave types. Waves can be defined into four main different types. And the type of wave that you're looking for to learn to stand up paddleboard is quite important. The first one is plunging dumping waves. Now, this is an image of a reef break, and you can see the power and the energy in that wave, and that would be because it's a reef with deep water all around it, it's a concave refraction. All of the energy is being focused on where that is breaking, and this may be very shallow here. I probably don't need to tell you this, but a plunging dumping wave is not suitable for stand-up paddleboarding. Certainly not for learning on anyway. But it can be good for bodyboarding and shortboard surfing in terms of stand-up paddleboarding, or sorry, stand-up surfing. Short, powerful, fast waves. Shore break is very common, and I noticed there's somebody here from Porttown, so they'll probably be well aware of what it's like at Portreath at high tide. Shore break is also not very suitable for learning to stand up paddleboarding. Shore break tends to knock people over. It's very powerful. There's a risk of spinal injuries, as you can see these guys body surfing, and it tends to happen often at high tide and sometimes at low tide, because at the extremes of the tide, especially in a spring tide, you tend to get a build-up of sediment on sand, and the gradient is very steep. So the swell, the energy goes from deep water to shallow water very quickly, causing it to fall over and cause shore break. Backwash is another type of waves that we get, and that's where often it's mostly at high tide, where waves have gone up and they've hit a bank at the top, or maybe a breakwater, and they're going back out again. It's also known as clapotis, and that's where waves clap together, and again, not an appropriate place to learn to stand up paddleboard. What we want for stand-up paddleboarding, and this was taken this morning again, same chap, he's really famous now, is spilling waves. Spilling waves are waves which break nice and gently. They crumble along, and on a stand-up paddleboard, which is long and relatively slow, it gives us the opportunity to use that wave. And if you're learning to surf, that tends to be a much better place. You have more time and there's more space to ride the wave, less likely to get tumbled around really powerfully. The incline of the beach tends to be a very gentle incline because it slows the waves down gently, and they'll break slightly deeper because they have more time to dissipate that energy, and they tend to be less powerful. So in terms of wave types, we are looking for spilling waves.